things come to those who wait. Just do it. The slogans by Guinness and Nike are some of the most popular catchphrases throughout the world. In Kenya, a particular catchphrase has become so popular that it now has a clothing line named after it. Baraza Mwabe is the Chief Executive Officer and the founder of MWANAUME effort.
MWANAUME effort started as a joke. It was a phrase we're using amongst friends just to describe any situations from working to anything. So a phrase we're using back in December 2011. So in 2012, people outside our circle started using the phrase too. Became a hashtag, became something to inspire, motivation. People are using on social media. And then one thing led to another, and I made a t-shirt for myself, and people wanted that t-shirt. So I got into the business without planning.
The MWANAUME effort brand was established in 2012. It hopes to position itself as an urban-based lifestyle brand whose aim is to uplift young Africans through different platforms.
It started off with a lot of excitement, where especially after we had the first t-shirt, especially when we were using it. And then luckily we had a couple of people who are very influential within their circles. We had Maina Kageni using it for free on air, and people asking, oh, what does that mean? We had people just responding. The statement itself is self-explanatory, and a lot of people just use it for inspiration and motivation and just encouraging them in what they did. So there's a lot of excitement around the buzzword, and that's how it grew just organically.
When he started his company, Baraza found it difficult juggling his new venture and his day job. However, at inception, there were other pressing challenges.
Those challenges on merchandising, which was primarily what we were doing, whereby raw materials is hard to find locally, cost of production could be high, margin not as high, and then the audience, which we target, the middle to upper middle class, age 25 to 34, the ones willing to purchase and consume your products, are not as many as is perceived out there, or as it looks like initially. So again, which affects your sales and whatnot.
Baraza, a graduate of finance from the United States International University, is a serial entrepreneur. At only 19, he was a co-founder and managing director of SafeTrack EA, which would be in operation for 2 years. The lessons he would draw from this failed venture would serve him well at MWANAUME effort.
By buying good, I learned that you have to keep your costs lean. You have to keep your costs lean. Tighten your belts before you ask for help, kind of thing. Whereby with my first business, I had a good office, I was paying a lot of rent, paying a lot of overheads, when in reality, I used to go meet most of my clients at their own site. So I was paying so much of expenses that did not contribute to the bottom line, or rather to the top line too. And those are the kind of things I've been able to learn. And then number 2 is don't impose products on the consumer. Sometimes you can have good, within your circles it's good, everything is good, but you've not really asked your consumer if it's something that they actually want or need.
MWANAUME efforts merchandise can be purchased online from the organization's website. Among the products available are hoodies, pants, collared jackets, sweatshirts, polo t-shirts, ladies' vests, crop tops, and t-shirts.
The thing about the brand is how people look at it is it's not the merchandise, I mean, quality, whatnot. I mean, we'll do polos with African fabric inside. I mean, anyone can do it. Maybe not everyone can do the quality, but some people actually can match up the quality. But for us, it's a lot about the story behind it. We like to tell stories of people who, our tagline is respect the process, of people who've gone through the journeys, people who have come from nowhere and they're somewhere, people's stories, male and female too, as much as the brand is called MWANAUME effort. A lot of stories like we like to tell through our digital media, our social media, and our website. And so for us, it's almost like the merchandise is just a piece of being accessible to the brand.
MWANAUME effort also utilizes other platforms to reach its target audience, namely holding events, education, and charity.
It's a very funny story. not making as much money on merchandise. Margins are low. Taking a trip to China to try and reduce my costs. The minimum order quantities that I had to bring in were high. So I was frustrated at some point last year, October. And then, so we said, let's organize a quiz night at one of popular places here in Nairobi, so that we can have a unique kind of quiz night and then be able to sell our merchandise there. So when you organize the quiz night was very successful, and we had people who follow the brand actually come in. So it made us realize, like, wow, people, it's not even about the merchandise, people actually follow the brand. So we realized that the brand is actually the audience, not really the things that we do. So we thought about it, and come November and December, we did a couple of big events, a couple of parties and whatnot, which were very successful.
Since then, the company has hosted various events. Among this, our monthly quiz night, held every first Tuesday of the month, and a book swap where readers meet to discuss their favorite books, swap titles, and refer great reads to fellow bookworms. Baraza founded his company with a startup capital of 100,000 Kenyan shillings. Even though the 29-year-old produces his products locally, he does admit that finding quality local fabrics is an impediment.
What I say, it's world class or bust. You can't hoodwink the consumers nowadays. People are informed. There's so much information on our medias, on our social medias too. There's information all around, right? So you have to match up the quality. You have to match up the quality, and even after matching up the quality, you have to match up the representation. How you present yourself on your marketing, your social media, on all your digital platforms out there, it has to be the same as how international brands are doing it. You have to make people feel that it's something that they need, something that they want. You have to have clean-cut images, good marketing, good color schemes. So you have to just match up. You're competing with the international world because the world is so connected. Even if you're not going to give them what they want, they could order online from the UK and it'll be here in 2 days. So you either go world class or you don't want to go at all. So that's how I look at it. That's how you push to your people and make them feel like it's something which they want to own, they want to consume, they want to attend.
Due to the continued success of his brand, Baraza was recently chosen as one of the mentors in a youth mentorship program.
I agreed to join the mentorship program because when Safaricom came calling about the initiative, the sub-brand, Blaze Kenya, they had told me that they want something to be able to encourage and inspire what they're calling the Blazers, who are people pretty much below the age of 26, who need to be, who are in places in their lives whereby they need to make tough decisions on career, they need to make decisions on business, they need to make decisions on how they're going to be as better people. And for me as a 19-year-old, I didn't have those opportunities. We learned a lot on trial and error. We didn't really have mentors who were willing to just come and handhold us in our decisions. So if Safaricom and Blaze gave me this opportunity, I said, why not? Let me take it up so that I can also be able to talk to, inspire these young kids who maybe could be able to use what we give them to make better decisions, to be better people.
MWANAUME effort mostly utilizes social media and word of mouth to market its events and merchandise.
For us right now, we want to, first of all, on the segment that we're concentrating on the event management space, one, we want to make sure that our events grow bigger and bigger, more unique, higher proposition, higher unique propositions being sold, so being offered rather. And then, so that's on the transactional part of it. But as far as the brand is being built, we want to be able to still, one, take more people to school, be able to inspire by giving out stories of more people who've respected the process. And then we have an upcoming campaign specifically on women called Anaweza, whereby we want to showcase that the jobs that men and the careers that men also take, and that women can also do the same and better, and or just equally.
So, what advice does Baraza Mwabe have for aspiring entrepreneurs?
That's all, just start. You know, there's no right time, no right opportunity, there's no right amount of capital. Just start. You know, you're going to do it, just start. Don't waste so much time, don't want to register it officially and whatnot and what. Just start. You know, work it, then you work backwards. But the hardest part is just starting. Just put yourself in the deep end or even in the shallow end and just start. Already by the time you're starting, you're already at a better place than 70% of the people who never start, who never work on their ideas, who never execute anything.